Hello and welcome back to the Ben Carson channel. So if you're looking for us, just hit Ben Carson _1 on YouTube and there you go. Now don't worry about the other channels. Once they are ready, we'll just let you know. Today, as you can see, I'm representing the Ashanti nation. Yes, the kingdom of black, green and gold. It's gold. The golden kingdom, or the king or the kingdom of the golden stew. Now, today is a special edition, and before we get in, I'm going to take a quick break. And when I'm back, I'm going to tell you about one of the greatest kingdoms that has ever been on the continent of Africa, and even making names and waves across the globe, the Ashanti nation. All right, so welcome back. It's a 25-year celebration of the king, or the present king, or the 16th king of the Ashanti nation, King Osei Tutu II, or as we call him, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Abibu, which means someone who has come again. Number 2 means there was someone with that same name. His actual name, as it has come to be known, was Kwekudua. And then, according to the Ashanti kingdom, once you become a king, or once you are installed, then you have to pick a name of the past kings. And so he happened to choose the very first king who formed the Ashanti Confederacy, which has now become the Ashanti Nation. Now, speaking of an Ashanti Confederacy, now this is what happened. So somewhere in the 17th century, I'm speaking about the 1600s to the 1700s, the Ashantis were under the reign of another kingdom called the Denshaws. Now, because Ashantis were separated cities, they were not together, and so they were easily defeated. And then this new king, Osei Tutu, came and thought of, no, why don't we come together as a confederacy and defeat the Denshaws? And then once we have defeated them, then we can look at how to form a very bigger nation and live under one umbrella, so that if one is attacked, we all go and fight, so that we all live in peace. That's what happened. And so all the Ashanti towns, I would say, gathered in one city, they declared, made Osei Tutu their leader in that confederacy, in that war, and they were able to defeat the Denshaws. And since then, they have grown to become a very big empire, even becoming the Ashanti nation. In fact, at some point, they covered the entire, almost 90% of present-day Ghana, and even about 30% of present-day Togo, and even Ivory Coast, even extended to the north, somewhere in Burkina. So the Ashanti nation were still powerful, even during the slave trade. So I could say that, well, before they became a nation on their own, some of their people were sold. They also sold people from other tribes, of course. And so they are all part of this whole slave trade scheme, quote and unquote. I'm just saying, this is not from anywhere. I'm just saying it, please. And it's not something to laugh about, but I mean, it happened. So it's history. But when the British wanted to colonize Ghana, but they colonized the southern part of Ghana. That was where the British colonies, they were the British colonies in present-day Ghana. So during the reign of the Ashanti nation, or when the Ashanti nation was, Ashanti nation, it still is, but in those times where there were warfare to show forth your strength, yes, the Ashantis engaged in several battles with the British. In fact, the very first one, which is the Battle of Insamanko, the Ashantis defeated the British. It was a heavy defeat. In fact, they call it Insamanko, which means the War of Ghosts. So the British, the Ashantis wanted to engage the British, but they woke up one morning and they found the British, soldiers had been slaughtered. And so they captured their Captain McCarthy and beheaded him. So I'm sorry, Captain McCarthy, but that's what we've learned according to the history. So the Ashanti defeated the British in those wars the British never won a war until the 1874. Yes, the Sir Granty War, or it was Sir Garnet Wolsey War. But the Ashantis, of course, we like to, say things as we can comfortably say. Yeah, so they call it the Sir Granty War. So up until the Sir Granty War, that is where the British, the Ashantis trumped their first defeat. Yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah, so that's when the Ashantis, received their first defeat. And then, subsequently, their kingdom was sort of brought to its knees, to the point that even their king, Nana Prempeh, was exiled. It's the saddest thing. To Seychelles Island. Even another queen who stood to fight for the golden stew. And in fact, speaking about the golden stew, it is believed that it is the one thing that unites the Ashanti nation. And until that golden stew is taken away, that kingdom will continually be great. And so the British really wanted to take that thing away because they realized the Ashantis were torn in their flesh. but they couldn't, and it still stands until Prempeh, was exiled when the Ghana nation was about to be formed, constitutional rule and all that was about to come. Certain people appealed to the then British governor to bring the king back. He came back, took his seat, and now tried to reunite the kingdom. All those Ashanti subject or sub-nations, he tried to unite them. Some of them didn't want to come back, especially those that found themselves in present-day Cote d'Ivoire and Togo and all. They didn't want to come back. But those that came are still a very big nation. So he came, he sort of united them again, and now they have one of the biggest palaces. One of the noble palaces in Ghana now. Now, speaking about the 25-year anniversary of the present king, Osei Tutu. In fact, he was installed 26th of April, 1999. And so this is exactly 25 years. 25 years on the throne. Not the longest reigning, but it is in fact one of it. And he's still alive, so we never know how long he's going to reign. In fact, he has been termed as King Solomon because of his brilliance, his dedication, and the way he is seeking to unite the kingdom in so many spheres. In fact, he is trying to renovate one. It's actually the biggest hospital in the Ashanti region, the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. Yes, he is renovating it with some huge amount of money. He's even receiving donations to help, make the renovation a success. Now, he has also built, as part of this celebration, he's also built the Menchia Jubilee Hall. In fact, it's a 7-seater capacity auditorium. It's not small, and because of that, I'm going to let you see what's inside it. So what you are seeing is the Utumfo, is a Jubilee Hall or whatever it is, at the Menchia Palace. So this island is a 7,000-seater hall that has several chambers, but the main hall can seat about 7,000 people. So you are looking at it from the outside to see how magnificent, how luxurious it is, and that is the inside. That was when it was open, and people of the Ashanti nation in their proud and colorful kente and toma, what we call the cloth. That is how we fold it around our body. And it also houses a museum where you can see several artifacts. And so that's the golden stool. The golden thing you see there is a mold of the golden stool that has been mounted on the wall. Magnificent. A lot of people have heard about the golden stool and how it actually unites the Ashanti kingdom, but haven't really set eyes on it before, unless on television. It barely comes out. Occasionally does it come out, and you can see several people trooped in from various parts of Ghana to come and see the edifice, and it's magnificent. In fact, I can't say enough about this edifice. Well, you see, I'm one of the few people that actually used to criticize the king earlier on for not wow, those are golden kettles to show the gold. Oh my goodness. In fact, it truly represents the Ashanti nation, the Ashanti kingdom. It's a nation within nation, I'm told. And this is from the Royal Palace channel. And so all rights reserved, copyright goes to them. And I'm thankful for allowing me to use this video. There were several people. See, there's even a reception hall for the king to sit, have a chat. There's a throne to have a chat before, and then oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Words cannot really say it. The auditorium, like I said, I'm told it's 7,000 seater, and it is at the Menchia Palace. So then, wow, beautiful bathrooms. In fact, more than once. Magnificent. Words can't explain the beauty and how much money actually went in the doors, the facility, the furniture, the artifact, the architecture, the mold. That's a long haul. There's even a kitchen. I don't know if I'll have the opportunity to see the kitchen or to show you the kitchen. In fact, several people, several kings, sub-kings, priestesses, and ordinary people were able to troop in to see it for themselves. Yes, I believe that's the kitchen we are approaching right now. That is it. That is it. It's more like a kitchen and a canteen at the same time, and everything here is huge, fully air conditioned. That's a statement for a kingdom, a nation within a nation indeed. I know, like I was saying, I was part of the few that used to criticize the king for not showing much development, but come to think of it, there are actually a lot going on that maybe hasn't been really publicized well. But now that we have the Royal Palace channel, maybe we're going to see more of it. Apart from this auditorium, the king is building or innovating or revamping the Komfo Teaching Hospital. In fact, I understand he's also had several input in the redevelopment and internationalizing of the Kotoka International Airport. We have the Otumfuo Educational Fund. He's built several museums and all that. So the king is actually doing a lot, and this edifice is in fact very beautiful. Now, so welcome back. I know you've really seen a lot, right? And so as part of this whole celebration, there's been a lot of thereby. In fact, they've been there. In fact, the Ashantis believe that this whole confederacy was formed by visitors. Of course, not like through Ashantis. Yeah, through Ashantis were formed, but other people who were not even Ashantis came together. And so visitors are always welcome. And so they welcomed other people from different tribes. That was on Wednesday. That's when they did that. And it was a success. It was very beautiful. Come and see cultural display. So this king is very respected, and we see in several factions. In fact, when the king died at the funeral, he was among the dignitaries that were invited. And you saw that when even inside, I mean indoors with King Charles, he still had someone holding an umbrella. And I mean, it became a talk of the day. Yeah, that's culture at display. The Ashantis, they don't joke with their apparels and their culture. They don't. In fact, they don't. They see themselves as very proud. In fact, they are the only nation with its own sort of nationalistic flag, apart from the Ghana flag. In fact, it's the king that said that he would never rule or give a ruling that any Supreme Court in Ghana can overturn. So that tells you something. Okay. Anyway, so in fact, I've tried to capture everything that is on my list. So that's the Ashanti nation, and the way their people respect their king. In fact, they have other bigger towns. You see, Kumasi is their capital, right? Kumasi is their capital. It's a very big city, but they have other big and important towns and kings that are actually worshiping, quote unquote, this king, because they believe that they worship that golden stool. That golden stool is what they are worshiping, and so whoever sits on that golden stool is what they are worshiping. So probably it's not because they like the Otumfuo, but for the sake of occupying that seat, all the other kingdoms really worship him. And so when he is sitting, most of those people that are seated around him are other kings of other big and important cities under his kingdom. In fact, his territory go almost the whole of southern and even central, up to the central, or even above the central part of Ghana, even extending to Cote d'Ivoire and Togo. So it's not a small nation. And I know you've probably learned it somewhere in your history about the Ashanti Kingdom. That is why those people, you said they are proud, but they deserve it. History is on their side. I brought to you the Ashanti Nation. In fact, this is Asante Kotoko, the kingdom's one and only sports team in Kumasi that plays at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. I don't want to make it unnecessarily long. This is Bernard Bekwe Boama. You can call me Ben Carson. Subscribe to this channel as I bring you more about the continent of Africa. You never know. Maybe next time it will be Zulu or the Ethiopian Kingdom or the Mali Empire. I'll see you.